Hi guys, and welcome to the channel on this beautiful but a little bit windy day. Well, I am absolutely blessed to be making this video that I'm making today. Cannot believe I'm making this video that I'm making today. Actually, when I say it out loud, it sounds crazy. 1 year into van life. 1 year, 4 seasons. Crazy. We got here. We did it. For something that I spent so long wanting to do, something that I spent so long planning to do, to be actually here now and say that I've done a year is crazy. But here we are. So I'm just going to briefly talk about what the last 12 months of van life has taught me. I may have to put my glasses on at some point so I'm not squinting, so do apologise. 12 months of van life, what has it taught me? Wow, where do I begin? So van life is very liberating experience. Very humbling experience. And I'm someone that lived in a house all my life, used to like my own comforts, was very much in my comfort zone, very much a homely bird, if you like. That if somebody had said to me 10 years ago I'd be living this life, even 6 years ago I'd be living this life, I'd have thought they were crazy. But along came 2020, which sadly was a negative for a lot of people, but for me it was a positive, probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me, because it's all brought me to where I am today. So yeah, very liberating experience, very humbling experience. And it teaches you, you know, that actually you can live very minimal. And again, I'm someone that lived in that material world, had the possessions, you know, I lived in quite a nice house on a nice estate, drove an Audi. I had all the clothes, handbags, typical stuff, yeah. Been there, done all that, lived in that world. And as much as I knew this before I moved into van life has proven to me that actually now I value time more than money, all day long. Your time is the most precious commodity that you've got and will ever have. There is no point having all money in the world if you've got no time to enjoy it. You know, we see this, people work and work and work, and sadly don't get to see the retirements, or don't get long in retirement because illness takes over or worse. So I weren't going to be one of those people, unfortunately. And I'm lucky that I've done this in a stage of my life where I've got time to enjoy it and live it. And just the last 12 months alone, you guys, it really has, and I'm not even exaggerating or just saying this for the video, it really has been the best 12 months of my life. Having the freedom, having the time, having a different, just seeing life so differently, just living so much slower, so much calmer, not having the obligations that you've got when you're working full time and living in a house. Yeah, of course you've still got obligations, you've still got things to do, we've still got problems, but problems are different and they don't seem as big as they do when you live in that world, whatever that world is now. But yeah, it's most definitely a humbling experience and a big lesson, a really big lesson. It does teach you to value what's really important in life, and that is excited dogs coming on the beach, bless them. That is time, your energy, your time, and living. The best things in life really are free. You know, since transitioning from my old business into my new business, which is YouTube, I had a period where I weren't working at all, but I still had the best time. You know, like you can still go out and enjoy life and walk and hike and spend time on beach, which is free. And yeah, I'm so very blessed. And my health's improved. I mean, I've not touched a drop of alcohol since I've been living van life. I walk more than I've ever walked. Like, I've always been a walker because I've always had dogs. I've always tried to stay fit. but I've never walked as much as I walk now. It's like most days, at least 5 days a week, I'll walk for 2 hours a day plus. So yeah, amazing for the health, and not only just the exercise, but the mental health and, you know, emotional health as well. You know, the being out in nature, being at one with nature is so good for the soul, so good for your mental health. Just being, you know, I ground regularly. You know, I walk along the beach, or I walk along grass, or just being at one with Gaia, and just being at one, being at peace, just being still, living in the moment. Yeah, there's so much, guys, that van life has taught me that I could literally make this a really, really long video, but I've been looking forward for the last couple of weeks, whilst I've been approaching the year anniversary, thinking I'm going to make a video and I'm going to chat about it. And I'd got all these things in my head that I was going to chat about, and I only do my vids in one take. I don't, you know, and I don't do a lot of editing. But yeah, in a nutshell, the last 12 months of my life have been the best. And I used to watch YouTube videos where people used to say, the only regret I've got is not doing it sooner. And I used to think, yeah. Now I get it. Now I get that. Like, I wish I'd have done this. I wish I'd have done it 10 years ago. I really do. But divine timing, 10 years ago, I wasn't in that. It wasn't the time for me. I was living in a different world. I was having a different learning experience. So that weren't the right time for me. This was the time for me. This was my time. And this is my time. So, yeah, all I can say, guys, it's possible to do anything that you want to do. You know, this life once upon a time did seem out of reach for me. You know, the cost of vans and that initial purchase of buying your van and, you know, everything else. It did once look like it was probably not going to happen for me. But do you know what? I made it happen. And here we are. And absolutely no regrets at all. No regrets at all. Winter's not that difficult. It's really not. If you're prepared, you know, yes, it's cold. Yes, I've had the experience of waking up on a morning and seeing my breath in the van. But I've also had the experience, like now, where the van is like a bloody greenhouse. It's like an oven, and you just never want to be in it because it's just ridiculously hot. It literally does go from one extreme to the other. But again, humbling experience and such a valuable life lesson. And we can live minimal. We don't need all these material possessions that we're programmed to think that we need in order to survive, or, you know, society judges you on what you've got. Society can judge me all it likes, because I've got happiness, peace of mind, and I've got time. I've got time. I'm in control of my most precious commodity. And there's not many people can say that. So I'm very, very, very blessed. I'm just blessed, guys. I can't say that enough. I really am. But it's possible to make it happen, whatever you want in life. I've been on this beach for the last couple of hours with a bikini on. But now it's getting a bit windy, so no more bikini time for today. Back into the greenhouse in a minute for dinner. But thanks for watching as always, guys. And yeah, 1 year in my life. The best year in my life. Can't say any more than that. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed. And remember, anything you want to do, you can do it. You're only in control of your own destiny. There's only you holding you back from anything you want to do in life. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.